Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Licata Live. We've got a market update for you today, and we'll be talking about some of our upcoming events.
God darn, that doesn't look good. That color doesn't look good. Not that I ever look good. What happened to my hair?
We're live.
I know,
Okay.
we're live. I'm with Mary. Mary shrunk a little bit this week. She's not as tall as she normally is, but that's good. Um, so, what's going on in the real estate market? What is different today than it was last week, yesterday, the week before, last month? Well, I've got a bit of data that I can share. Guess the year ended, so we're getting a lot of data. So last year, nationwide, about 4.1 million homes sold. That's 2024. 2023, 4.1 million homes sold. In 2021, almost 6.2 million homes sold. 22, 5.1. So there was a big drop. There was a big drop. What happened? Well, COVID was over. Just things, interest rates went up quite a bit, and they're still up, and they're still up, and it is affecting things. Um, Interestingly enough, just in the last couple of days, we had a listing, two listings go live on Thursday. One right outside of DC. The other one, three of them actually. One in Orange, the under end of the county here, about 25 miles, and another one right in the community where I live. And they were all cash, no financing, no straight right through. So some people are doing real well. Some people have the money and they don't care about the interest rates. But if you are interest rate sensitive, that will affect you a bit. That will affect you.
Well, the thing with the interest rates, I think, based on what most of the experts are saying, the interest rates aren't going to go down, at least not dramatically anytime soon. So I think people who have been holding out, waiting for the interest rates to come down, have just accepted that it's probably not going to happen. And if it does, you can always refinance later. But if they don't come down, then you're still buying at the best possible time because the prices continue to go up. The problem that the interest rates create is just it affects the affordability so much for a lot of people. If the interest rate is high, the monthly payments go up, and with prices being so high, it's really challenging for a lot of buyers, especially first time home buyers or buyers in lower price ranges.
Well, Mary, you mentioned prices are still going up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going crazy. I don't think
No.
we're going to see double digit in our market, which, we cover the greater Washington area, which is a strong area historically, one of the strongest in the country. Um, but we're definitely going to see 2, 3, 4, 5% reasonable appreciation.
Well, even last year, in the last couple of months have been pretty slow. I think it's picked up a lot in January, and February so far, just based on what we've seen. But even 2024, which was a slower year, the price, in our area anyway, and this isn't everywhere, but the median sold price was still up around 7% in both Orange County and in the greater Fredericksburg area, that our association is with. So, prices continue to go up.
Our interest rates right now are, hovering right around 6.7, 6.7%, a little less than 7%. I mean, the Fed dropped the rates, they ebbed and flowed up and down. The 3-year average is 6.77%. So to your point, Mary, people are used to that, and they're accepting it. Um, some people are just saying, "Hey, I am not going to buy," and they will rent it. In our area, rents run from $2,000 to $4,000 a month, so they're going to pay someone else's mortgage basically at $24,000 a year to $48,000 a year. I mean, that's just a reality of it if that's what they're accepting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get into the market, if you're able to qualify and you're able to get in, your home it's gonna appreciate historically, 2 to 4, 5%. So in the end, you will come ahead. You will come ahead. That's the mindset of it. That's the acceptance of it. The other part of it, in the media and out of Washington, we're hearing a lot of this and that. Who's losing their jobs? This, that, or the other thing. What's going to happen? Now, the way we view it here in the northern part of Central Virginia, where I'm sitting right now, folks up north, an hour north, an hour and a half north, our area with more manageable home prices, lower home prices, lower taxes. They're gonna, maybe some of them are gonna come here. Maybe some of them are gonna come here. So we continue to be optimistic about things, and there's never a better time to work with a professional. I mean, it's tough to navigate these things. Um, that's my sense. I also heard something just recently I saw from two different sources, Altos and Realtor.com, that their inventory nationwide inventory forecast, Realtor.com was up almost, feels it'll be up about 12%, and Altos says as much as 15%. So a lot more homes are going to come on the market. That's that much more competition from a buyer standpoint, Mary. They have more options.
Yeah.
They have more options. What have you seen in the Fredericksburg area in terms of listings in the last 30 days or so, Mary? Have you seen
John,
anything?
it really depends on the neighborhood and the price point as well. Some are more competitive than others. I mean, some areas where we work, we've seen multiple offer situations. It really just depends, which is why it's so important, and in any market, in any place that you're selling, to make sure that you're pricing it right. Over the last couple of months, we've seen the average list to sell price go down quite a bit, and it's because there's been so many people who have overpriced their house and then had to do multiple price reductions before it got sold. Now, I'll be interested to see what those numbers look like next month, since we have seen some more competitive area, things have been a little more competitive. So it'll be interesting to see what next month's numbers look like, I think.
Yeah, it's funny, and I gauge, we have a team, so we have a lot of opportunity to get feedback, get information. Boots on the ground are real important, and we have a number of boots on the ground. For up until about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, we were having a lot of conversations with people. People were starting to talk about their future and buying and selling and whatnot. The selling conversations are still happening. The buyer conversations in the last week or two have slowed down a little bit. And I think people are being cautious, and they want to see what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, the start of the season, Mary, is historically.
It really depends. I mean, I feel like the spring season has already started in February. It's a good, I think if nothing else, it's an indicator of how the spring season will look. And I think it's, there's been a good amount of activity.
The more conversations you have today, the more people go into action tomorrow.
Yeah, and the interest rates did come down a little bit just last week to the lowest point they've been in a little while. I don't know, I didn't see a lot of impact on that this weekend. There's always a lot of different variables, and the weather wasn't great and that kind of thing, but the interest rates did come down a little bit. So I know that a lot of people might be working with their lenders now to get those rates locked in for spring purchases. I don't know.
Mary, I look at the numbers all the time. I look at data. I consider myself a student of the market. Mm-hmm. And I was looking where we were last year as compared to where we were this year on listings and coming soon. So we tracked listing is what's live right now, coming soon is what'll be in our pipeline
Yeah.
in the next 90 days total,
Sure.
90 days total. And this time last year, we're through 8 weeks. This is our 8th week of 2025, if you can believe it. And I think this time last year, between in our pipeline and active listings, we had around $3 million of listing inventory. Today is Tuesday of the 8th week.
Mhm.
We have, I just looked, almost $13 million of
Yeah.
inventory.
Mhm.
That bodes well for folks who are looking.
Sure. Mhm.
And we've had a number of houses go on the market and went under contract, at varying price to be. So all optimistic, all optimistic.
Absolutely. This weekend, Saturday, we're having our annual seller seminar. It's at the Lake of the Woods Clubhouse on Saturday, the 22nd at 11. If you want to register, you're welcome to call the office or email us or text us, and we can send you a link to register. We have a lot of people already registered, but we do have a few seats still available, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of room. The
Mhm.
clubhouse could expand, but I think as of this morning, we have over 60 folks registered for
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some food. We have some expert speakers. Everyone will come away with something. Anyone who does come and works with us gets something free.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep.
What's free?
A free home warranty.
A free home.
Yes.
There's also free
Yes.
food, free
Mhm.
drink. We'll have some takeaways that'll help you understand the market and whatnot.
Sure. Yeah, and it's great for anyone who's even just kind of considering selling, or is ready to sell now. It doesn't matter whether
Yeah,
you're just
I say
starting to get
sellers,
information.
certainly sellers,
Mhm.
but buyers, investors, and Mary, even curiosity
Yeah,
seekers.
sure.
People who just want to understand a little bit about what's going on in the market.
Mhm.
We also have some other things coming up. Just real quickly, on April 26th, the Licata Group Community Shred Day, which we've done every year for quite a few years, a free shred. On May 10th at Orange County High School, we're involved in it. We're very involved in it, but it's not our event. The Orange County Education Foundation is having its first shred day in the town of Orange at the other end of the community. Any proceeds that come of that will go towards the Go for Teachers and Kids Scholarships, the Orange County Education Foundation. And I know between May 12th and May 16th, we have the Licata Group Week of Giving, where we will be accepting gifts here at the food, non-perishable type food items for the Orange County Animal Shelter and for the food pantry, So we got a lot going on. Hopefully we'll see some of you this weekend. Again, all are welcome. It's free. We'd love to see you there, and it's always a good time. It's a great time to buy or sell. It's a good environment.
All right.
Anything else, Mary?
I don't think so. Nope. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Licata Live.
Thank you. See you soon.